Thank God. I know you guys had a black screen for longer than I did, but... It's all good. Ooh, it's happening, y'all. It's happening, and now that we're officially in it. Let's update that title. Here's his rogue. They need anything else? I think that's all I majorly wanted to do. Alright, then. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Feeling it. Feeling it, guys. We actually got another game. It's actually a good series. Oh my god, it's Rogue vs. Cure. In the bottom right, in the CVZ, on Kairos, it is the Red Zerg Rogue. Both on Jin Air. The top left, his teammate, is the Blue Terran. It is Cure. And I did implement those logo files, but I'm not actually sure what they're supposed to do. Let me try and look at this up while we watch. No proxies happening. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know what it's actually doing, but maybe we'll see a generic logo around here somewhere. Am I blind? Do I already see it and I'm just blind? No, I don't see anything. Well, it doesn't work. I don't really care. Alrighty then. Let's talk about actual StarCraft 2 tournament stuff while we wait. Since we are still waiting, Command Center versus the Hatch first. These guys are teammates, and that's pretty cool. Did they play each other before this? So the people who were qualified, right? Because people are already qualified for their performance in WCS Korea, otherwise known as GSL. That's how that works. Let's go over that while we watch this Reaper dance around. See where he's going. So the seeded people, I should say. It's already been updated. So I'm not sure who was seeded. Notable participants, qualified players, final qualifier participants. You guys, Wikipedia, why do you fail me? Well, forget that. Oh, man. I don't know. Of course, you guys can figure things out just by, like, elimination. You know, if you remember who made it through Wednesday's qualifier, then you could figure that one out. But I don't really want to figure that one out. I don't know. All right, how about we do it this way? People who qualified, right, who already played an entire day's worth of games, at least, you know, not including people who tried other server qualifiers, are Trap, Ragnarok, Cure, who are casting, Bunny, Sue, Alive, Hero, and Solar. Those all qualified from Wednesday's qualifier. And then you can do, like, you know, you can just minus them away from the participants of the final qualifier if you're at the Wikipedia article, but some off the top of my head that I think I can recognize, right, would be Dark. Didn't have to qualify to get in here. Gumiho replaced Maru, who was already going to be seeded, but then won the NA server qualifier. So, you know, he's not here today. And some other people that I'm done doing the order of operations thing there. So, yeah, you can figure that one on your own. But the point is, you know what? I'm so dumb. But it's 5 in the morning, so that's my excuse why I'm dumb. And we still don't have anything going on, by the way, so I can talk about what the hell I want. We could have just gone to the second server qualifier. Because there are 2 Korean server qualifiers, and that one's still not updated. Oh my god, I'm such a genius, but I'm just 10 minutes late to be a genius. It's like, you know, finding out, like, it's like figuring out electricity after the first guy did it. And then stealing his, you know, patent and then making all the money myself. But anyways. Classic SOS stats, Zest, Gumiho, TY, Dark, and Rogue are all the guys that were seeded in here. So we do have the seeded versus the unseeded. Rogue seeded. Kier had to fight his way through. But honestly, the Korean server day 1 qualifier wasn't that harsh. Obviously today is stacked, but as far as the qualifier 2 today, it wasn't as many people as I thought it was going to be. In fact, we even had Rainer, right, make it to the finals before unfortunately getting knocked out. But now we do have things happening, so while I get into the groove here, the Liberator is being shoot away eventually, or just, well, shoot away as in died. It's deaded. With 5 drones, a bit of lost mining, and then you had the Hellions really trying to pressure that 3rd base, but the Queens are on top of it. So they're going to circumvent the Queens, find a couple of Lings, but the Lings, you know, they really need to get close around, and oh my god. Okay, we got a lot of support today. Thank you very much, guys. I'll be shouting that out in between games. But 14 drones are going down here. 18, 19, 20. Oh my good lord. As a Liberator also sieged up here and is already at 10 kills, and that is in fact it. What? What? Well, in my defense, I didn't take that game to end like that. You know, if I figured there wasn't a 2-ax or 4-ax or whatever, I figured we'd have a nice, you know, mid-game, maybe some Cyclone mech, maybe a, you know, tank push around that 3rd, but no. Cure made units and then used said units in their pretty basic form. You know, there wasn't a Hellbat push that killed everything. And then killed Rogue. Pretty bad. So, just Hellions and then 2 Liberators. So, okay then. Alright, and then a second game though. So let me quickly shout everyone out here, because apparently we can do that. I mean, we had to get some clarification on the rules. Oh my god, no. Still don't know what the mod does. I'm an out-of-game team, it still counts. Thank you, Amelius Pro, for the tier 1 sub. Therodin for the tier 1 sub. Maynard gifted 10 subs, I believe, there. Thank you so much, Maynard. I love you. Jasvin for the Twitch Prime sub. Crowan for the Twitch Prime sub. And Averin to start everything off earlier today with a tier 1 sub before bouncing off to work. Thank you guys so much. Now we can get in the game. I didn't break any rules. Okay, that's the exact opposite of what's going on here. There we go. It's bottom left, down 1. It is the Red Zerg Rogue. And it's not so much a surprise that he's down 1 as how it happened. In the top right, as the Blue Terran, it is Cure. I see my mic surprisingly actually getting a little loud here, so let me know how the game sounds are. Probably need to bump them that way a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I guess I'm a little louder than normal, maybe, because I'm so excited, maybe. But I don't think I was being so loud, but it's hitting the red, and that's not good. That's not what we want. No red. Red's bad. Yellow's good, though, which kind of goes what we're taught normally, which is yellow is cautionary. So I blame audio engineers on that one, because apparently that's the normal way to do it. Anyways. We'll get it all figured out as we go on. It's double elimination day, so usually this goes on longer than whatever qualifier we had previously. So, you know, we had the 2 days for North American server, we had 2 days for European server, and then we're going to have 2 days for 2 different qualifiers for the Koreans. So, right, 4 days in total for the Koreans. So, generally, this day goes longer. Makes sense, double elimination. There's always someone that kind of lags behind the bracket, and then you can compile that on top of a lower bracket. People are waiting, getting AFK because they're waiting just for an opponent. Like, it usually stacks up a little bit. Unless it's the European server qualifier and your name is Bunny and Bly, in which case we're here forever. If you guys haven't watched that game, I am uploading all of my casts to my YouTube as permitted, so I do believe all of Europe and America will be up very soon, if it's not already up. I don't remember when I scheduled it. So I'd be shocked if this game ended like last game, but it is, I guess, possible. It would be so unlikely, like, Rogue even lost the way that he did in the first game, you know, just purely to harassment. And it's not like he didn't scout something important, like this simple, oh, I didn't scout that there was 6 extra Hellions, so there's a total of 12 Hellions. Okay, like, if you don't scout that, then I guess you could be roasty toasty. But if it was 6 or 8, I don't remember, but I think it was 6, right? Just like a normal amount of Hellions, even if it was 8, still not, like, it's just a matter of having units there to defend. And on top of that, not having a spore crawler, not moving his drones away from Liberators. Like, basic stuff that you're going to be harassed with, but maybe you're not expecting the Terran player to be so aggressive with the Hellions. And maybe you don't expect the Terran player to get a second Liberator. Those are the 2 things that you can kind of give Rogue credit for that he didn't anticipate and is now going to be a little more cautious. But they're still not the biggest, like, lack of scouting problems, or well, at this level, you wouldn't expect it to be the biggest deal. Like, maybe he loses 15 drones to one thing or another, but he still kind of continues on the game, and we see Rogue, you know, maybe bring it back, because Rogue is Rogue, but no. Even at this level, we do still have those cheeky, I sent Hellions into your natural, and I won. It happens all over the place, I guess. So Cure goes for a 3rd CC very, very quickly. Rogue, sometimes, you know, I guess it depends on the meta, it seems like. Was at times a person who went for faster overlord speed, other times not. It doesn't seem like the battle cruiser shenanigans is quite as prevalent on the Korean servers, so maybe, you know, whereas some Europeans and North Americans are very often getting overlord speed in their games, maybe Koreans are not so much, not at all. So this is a good way to kind of abuse what Kira could know as Rogue's style of play, is not to scout too much, because I mean, when you're a pro, there's a lot of things you can read into that you don't need a direct scout on. For instance, the lack of supply depots at the front, and even the bunker, you know, even if it wasn't the supply depots, even the bunker is a little bit of like, oh, okay, so you must be doing X, Y, or Z. In this case, you know, the X is 3rd CC, and quite a greedy one at that. I mean, only at the back of 2 Hellions, and then he's already swapped the factory off to build reactors for his barracks. This is as minimal as it gets for defense as a Terran player in this matchup, where 2 Hellions, if Rogue were to make even 20 Lings, could die. They would die, basically, without some really serious micro and SCV pools helping them out. So, it's greedy stuff, and Kier's gonna get away with it, you know? In the order of greediness, I put this pretty high up there. Maybe Ranking Prime had a greedier 3rd CC build, but I'm not sure anyone does, really. The lesser of the greed when it goes to this fast 3rd CC is getting 4 Hellions, right? Like, and then even that's still pretty like, oh, okay, that's gonna be a lot of economy. And then also, because you don't have to waste time, like, quote unquote, waste time on Hellions, and you get to the reactors really quickly, you also have what is a very well-timed 2 medevac drop. I mean, out of the 3rd CC builds we see, typically it's more like a, I think one of the early ones is 630, but they're more like 730, I want to say. Where this one hit like around 530, just before 6. That's spicy. That's both economy and a sick attack on top of Rogue, who doesn't look like he's quite prepared, but this is without combat shields, right? That's one downside of the first 2 medevac drop of any variety. So the stims do hurt him, and eventually things will just be, yeah, it's a matter of time, really, as another stim would make these all almost one-shot from the Roaches. And the Queens were target firing the medevacs as they should be, but this is value from Pure. Again, here to see on location, 58 workers, barely even saves that medevac, gets 9 workers, sees what the composition is of Rogue, so has a better idea, and I mean, he's about to see his own 4th base, but that also might be something he just assumes, because it's still so damn early in the game. Now, Cure, I guess I should have pointed this out, but you know, this is not a build that we see too often, but like, as we continue to evaluate what you get from this build that Cure showed us, you know, besides the whole not getting early defense thing, is that you also don't get particularly fast upgrades. Whereas some other 3CC builds, you actually put a priority on the double engineering bay. You kind of push off your barracks. This is all about the barracks and the medevac timing. So the 1-1 is not going to be anywhere close to Rogue, who's already getting kind of faster 1-1 anyways, because it looks like he's going to be trying to go for, I would have expected a 1-1 Roach attack, but his Roach speed looks a little late, and it almost looks like he just, I don't want to say forgot because it's Rogue, but it looks like the lair, I mean, wasn't the lair done a little bit sooner? Again, it's 5 in the morning, so I'm not paying full attention, but I guess he's still going to be, like, just building as many roaches as possible. And it is still going to be that 1-1 roach attack. And it's a small map, right? It's really false. So maybe that roach speed isn't as important to have right from the get-go as it is for the reinforcements that come a little later. Because it's a relatively fast upgrade. You know, it's not like stim. But this is a good move from Rogue, I believe. We're going to see what actually happens. Kier's going to have 2 medevacs constantly darting around, so if Rogue tries to macro behind this with a 4th, right, that's probably going to get sniped off if everything goes according to plan. But he is trying to hit before 1-1's done. Kier just has a lot of bio, and he even started to include Marauders as soon as he saw that it was Roaches. So, while 2 tanks is not a lot of splash here, hopefully the bio can hold on for Kier's sake. Rogue has a lot of Ravagers to use here to take out those tanks as quickly as possible. They get a couple more shots than anticipated, but there we go. Both going down at the same time. SCs are pulled in here. At the same time, Kira kills 16, 17. Oh, he's got 2 Liberators once again, dealing supreme damage to Rogue here as his 2 medevacs come flying back to help out. Rogue might still just end up being dead here, but Kira starting to lose out on those medevacs, starting to lose out on the Marines. There we go. But here come 2 fresh medevacs full of energy, and Rogue just cannot replace after losing so many drones. So that is it. GG. Kira takes a 2-0.